Welcome back to Success with Steven. My name is Steven Smith. On this channel, we talk about everything financial literacy. Now, today we're going to be talking about, it's an extension of a video that I made about how to create your paycheck stubs. Now, this one is going to be talking about how you can run the payroll with your actual credit card and pay yourself through your LLC, through your business, through your corporation that's being elected as a S Corp. Now, I want to preface this video by saying that my method of paying myself works best if you're making more than $50,000. This may not be the best way for you. There are tax consequences that are associated with the method that I'm using, and there's also ones associated with the method that you may choose to use yourself for your business. There's income tax, there's self-employment taxes, there are capital gains taxes, and more to consider when you're trying to choose the best method. And you can pay yourself with your owner's distribution, your owner's draw, like this method, W-2 and wages. You could pay yourself with dividends from your business. So the method that you choose to select, it should be appropriate based on your business type. Whether that be a corporation, LLC, they may pay themselves completely different. It all just depends on exactly what you're trying to accomplish. So this does not replace actual tax expertise or speaking to a CPA, because again, this is what works for me. What works for me may not necessarily work for you. It is all circumstantial depending on what you are trying to do. Now, with that said, I wanted to make this step by step, but I already have a lot of things established. So here's what I recommend. If this is your first time learning about ADP, ADP is the largest payroll processor in the United States. You can look up everything about them. When it comes to ADP, just think of them as just being, when it comes to payroll, they're number one. They have the best services, the best features. Their customer service is top notch. The only way for you to set up an ADP payroll is for you to go online, request a quote, and then they will contact you. When they contact you, they will give you a quote of how much it will cost based on the information that you provide. Your information will be different from my information, which means your price will be different from my price. Okay, it won't be the same. Once that happens, again, they're the best. The onboarding process is fairly easy. They will walk you through step by step how to do this, how to get your modified tax account number if you need that. All of the things that they're going to that you probably will have a question about in the comments. My recommendation: contact ADP, because they're the ones who will be able to tell you everything. And again, when it comes to tax information, I can't make a recommendation for you because it is solely based on what your business is doing. This does not, what we're doing can be completely different. So again, I can't answer that question for you. You will want to contact a tax professional, contact your CPA. If you have any questions about ADP, how to set this up, again, they are very good. They will help you with that. It will be very straightforward. Once you have your ADP account set up and you're here, and you want to set up your payroll, that's where we're basically going to be starting from in this video. So one thing about ADP and about setting up the payroll for your credit card, I'm going to be using another website called Zelle Money. There used to be an integration from the ADP marketplace where you could just go right here and you can browse the app and you can integrate it into ADP. That is no longer the case, which is okay. We can still do it. I just have to go onto that website and use it separately. So my latest paycheck stub, I can find it here when I go to payroll details, and then I go to payroll options. So I can actually see my pay stub here. One of the first things that you will need to do in order for you to actually set up your payroll with your credit card is get the payroll summary. Now, if you've ever run payroll through ADP at least one time, you can easily go right here to payroll summary. Same way that you just saw here. I went to payment details. This came up, payroll options, payroll summary. You will need the payroll summary. If you've never run payroll before, then this is something that I can help you with, because I ran into this issue while trying to set this up. I ran into a few issues, but again, you'll want to definitely contact ADP for a lot of those questions. Now, let's go to the run payroll option. It's going to be right in the middle of the screen. This is how you're going to get your payroll summary that you will need to pay with a credit card if you've never done it before. So go to run payroll, waiting for this to load up now. And then it's probably going to show you this too. Like, it's showing it's a bit early for me to run my payroll, but I can just say, no, continue with this regular payroll. Now, the original amount that I was paying myself for my salary was $1,250. That was supposed to be $2,500 per month, or $30,000 per year for my salary. Now, I did modify it slightly here, but that's okay. You can modify yours to whatever yours will be. There's going to be an option right over here that says preview payroll, and you might not see it because I may be covering it, but it's a blue button that says preview payroll. You'll want to click on that. And we're just waiting for that to process now. It takes a couple of minutes. All right. So it's telling me that there isn't enough money available in my account to fund this payroll. Of course, it's saying that because the account that I'm using, I do the deposit from my credit card first. So we can hit got it. And then we're going to go to reports. Reports is going to be right here at the bottom next to pay stub message. And then you're going to go to payroll preview. Now, when you go to payroll preview, you're going to select print. This print option that we just selected, this right here, this is going to be what you need in order for you to get your payroll summary. This is basically what the payroll summary is before you actually have submitted it. So if you've never run payroll before, once again, you will need to go here to get this. And the only way for you to get this is to set up, of course, all your payroll information, which you would have done with ADP over the phone during your onboarding. Then you follow the exact same steps that we just did now. Unless you've run it before, then you can do it on the home screen. But now we're going to copy this because this is what we're going to need in order to actually go to Zelle Money and get this started. All right, so now we are on the Zelle Money website. As you can see here, Zelle Money makes it easy to pay and get paid the way you want, offering flexibility to automate your finances, all from a single platform. Fund payroll by credit card. And you can also pay your vendors with a credit card. Now, I want to make note that there is a cost for doing this, and you need to have a plan in place. Okay, so let's kind of talk about that. So right here, using credit cards to save money on business expenses. Now, they are going to charge you 2.95% to process this transaction. I'm going to give you a simple breakdown. If you had $1,000 and you are charged a 2.95% fee, you're going to be charged $29.50 every time you use Zelle Money to process a payment. If you do that 2 times per month, bi-weekly, then that will be $59. $59 times 12 in a year is $708. So potentially, if you were paying yourself $2,000 a month, you would be paying $708 for the year in processing fees. Here is what I'm doing. You can get cash back cards, like they're showing the Capital One Spark, you get 2%. I have the Wells Fargo Signify Rewards cashback card. It's a flat 2% unlimited on everything. You can offset the cost. If 2.95% is the processing fee and you have a 2% cashback card, you are now actually only paying $9.50. That's what you're paying for the fee because you're going to get 2% back. You'll pay the difference. 2% of $1,000 is $20, right? So in the end, once everything is said and done, you can actually earn money. And here's what I mean. The tax benefit for this processing fee is that the 2.95% fee can be filed as tax deductible business expenses. So in actuality, you can get a tax deduction of $708, but you would not have spent that amount. You would have spent $9.95 per, and then you would have done that. So 12 months. So right around 400 and some change, you would have spent that. The difference you would have actually earned in a sense. So you actually would make money or gain money by using this method. Another thing that's very important to note is that if you're using rewards cards, like for example, the American Express Platinum, and you want to fund travel and trips, you can actually use the salary that you're paying yourself to accumulate points and then take trips on those points. So this can benefit you in many ways, especially if you can take the trips and additional expenses and you can use that as tax deductions. You might be able to travel for free depending on what you're doing. From the research that I've done, many companies run payroll from credit cards and take advantage of these rewards and these programs. So again, if you're doing this, it has to be what benefits you. I'm just giving you an example of how I'm looking at it before we go any further. So that way you do understand that if you don't have a plan for this, it can cost you money and it can actually be very costly when we're talking about our taxes. All right, I am logged into Zelle Money currently. Now, again, I already have this account set up. If you want to set up your Zelle Money account, then you can go to sign up on the home page. They're going to ask you for, of course, regular documentation, all of your verifying information. They're going to have you do a facial recognition, hold up your ID to verify who you are. They're also going to ask for your business documentation. If you need help with that process, please don't ask me in the comments. There's a number right here, 408-775-7720. I had some KYC verification issues. They helped me with it. Again, I won't be able to help you. You'll have to contact them to help you. But once you get this account set up, this is what it's going to look like. You're going to have the menu on the side that has homepage, my account, payees, bills, receivable, business tools, apps, and payroll by card. The only places that I need you to start will be payroll by card. Okay, so in the process of setting up this account, you'll need to select a bank account to deposit. That's right here. When you select a bank account, you're going to go to new because this is going to be your first time. You'll do all the verification. So you click on new, you add all your information there. You set up the account. They will ask you to verify. You then select your card. You're going to do that as well. They will ask you to verify either through a one-time passcode, anything like that. And once again, if you're having any issues, you're going to have to call and ask them. So select the card, select the bank account. Then you're going to select the payment method. I did ACH. Now, once you have all of that in there and you go to payroll by card, there's an option here that says connect new. You can collect your payroll app. I did ADP run payroll. I hit connect. Of course, it's going to say kindly confirm and then okay. And it says the provided business name is already in existence because, of course, I already did it. So just hit okay. But you're going to go here and connect yours. Or if you're using anything else, then you can connect anything else. Now, as you can see here, I had a rejection. And the reason why I had a rejection right here is because I did not add my payroll summary. That thing I had you download, this is where you need it. You're going to go to payroll details right here where it says new. Click on new, add your gross pay. Now, keep in mind, your gross pay will not be the amount that you're seeing as your salary. Again, my salary was $1,250 for $30,000 in a year. But I had to put my gross pay as $1,390.63. The reason why I had to put that is because that is going to be the taxes that I have to pay. The taxes that I pay for employer taxes, which is really being paid on my behalf. And then there's the, of course, Social Security, Medicare. You'll see the taxes. Mine are based on Nevada. It will be different than yours. So I'm not going to try to get into specifics because, again, this is all different. But in the end, I had to do $1,390.63 because I'm paying taxes up front. And then the deposit that I'm going to get back is going to be around $1,080. So just letting you know, my taxes for me personally were about $300 per pay period. So about $600 a month is what I'm paying in taxes. For you, it's going to be different. But when everything was said and done, I just wanted you to see exactly how much that this actually was. It's $41.22 plus $13.90. All right. So in actuality, here's what I had to pay: $1,431.85. That is the processing fee. That is the taxes plus my salary. When it deposits, I'm going to get the net of this. It's like $1,080. So as you can see, a lot of money was paid in fees and taxes. So have a plan in place if you're doing this. Now, when you go to the payroll details, you enter the gross pay, you enter your paycheck date, the date you want this to be deposited, like most of us normally do. It's on Friday, or you do it on a Thursday, whichever you prefer to pay yourself. You would put that, and then you would upload your pay stub or your payroll your summary into here. Once you added that, you'll be able to complete the process here. Once it's completed, you'll see it green and it'll say completed. It will then charge your card for that payroll. And that is pretty much it. That is how you would run the payroll with your credit card on Zelle Money. And then you'll see this in ADP. And what's cool about it is once everything is said and done, you will have a paycheck stub that you can now pull from ADP. And you'll also have a W-2 at the end of the year. You will be a W-2 paid employee for your either S Corp, LLC elect, or your corporation filing as an S Corp. Again, everybody's going to be different, so I don't want to get into specifics. All I can say is, for me personally, this is going to work because it's going to give me some tax advantages. It's going to save me money on taxes towards the end of the year. I will also be getting benefits from my cards. For example, I have a spend bonus that I can get with Wells Fargo. I will be able to hit my spend bonus by doing this while also helping with my taxes. I will also be able to switch from that card to the American Express Platinum when I want to gain points for travel and rewards. So again, you want to have a plan in place to be able to do this and take advantage, and also look at all the tax benefits and the deductions that you can actually get from this. I will be able to get reimbursed for my filing fee. I will also be getting 2% cash back. So in the end, I will actually come out ahead from those fees. The IRS will get their money, and then I will be in good shape. Other benefit is we don't have to worry about those no documentation loans. For example, if you had just started a business, I understand you don't have 2 years worth of tax returns. That's fine. You need to get started with getting those 2 years worth of tax returns. We can't forever avoid no docs. Get the docs. Like this is how you get the documentation. Get the docs. That way in 2 years, you don't have to worry about that. You will have all the information that you need to show that you have the revenue, and you will also be able to show that you have a business that pays an employee. It's just going to further solidify the legitimacy of your actual business. So again, this is just something that for me, it works paying myself this way. I'm able to get some benefits from the spend that I'm doing while offsetting my tax obligation. And hopefully you'll be able to come up with a strategy for yourself. Well, this can benefit you. And again, everything is different. I can't answer any tax questions for you. I cannot. Consult a CPA. Ask them if this method makes sense for you based off of what they can see. All right. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any other, again, if it's about how to set this up, you got to call Zelle Money. Unfortunately, I'm not the one to ask that question. You want to contact ADP to set this up. Again, I can't answer any of that for you. Unfortunately, this is not one of those situations because it's not something that is the same for everyone. This is tailored for you. This is just showing you how I set it up. It's not automated, so I have to manually go in here and do this every single pay period and run my payroll. So this is just how I do it. The money gets deposited into my business bank account. I then have it withdraw that money, and it pays me and takes out the taxes. And then I take that same money And then whatever the difference is for the taxes, I pay back the credit card, and then I pay the difference because that's just like me paying taxes on the money. All right. Hopefully that makes sense. And hopefully this is a strategy that maybe you can utilize or take to your CPA or tax professional and see what they can come up with to see how you can benefit from this, especially when it comes to rewards and tax deductions. Thank you so much for watching this video. You have a wonderful day.